Bryn Kenney, obviously #1 all-time money list. I wanted to get your thoughts. Obviously you're somebody who clearly is in a league of his own, but what do you feel like separates you from the rest when you get into these events with these heavy hitters in these fields?
Open-mindedness, to be honest. I feel like a lot of people, as new information comes out, they kind of believe that the only important thing is that information, so they kind of get stuck on like this GTO strategy to try to follow like a blueprint of how you should play, where I feel like poker is just so much deeper of a game than that, where like having this base knowledge for sure is important, but then it becomes more important when you apply it in the right areas and also don't apply it in the right areas. So I think that I see the game in a different way. I try to analyze every situation as a new one, analyze every player, and not like, oh, I have this hand, so I have to call with this range. Sometimes you could just be playing against a guy who just never bluffed this spot for 10, 15 years. There's no thing that you like have to call with. So I don't. I think I've always just. People get complacent when they become successful as well, and I've seen that a lot of times with people, like when they reach like the pinnacle of poker and at the top. And if you do that, the next generation of young kids is going to come in and maybe be smarter than you, maybe be harder working. But if you work just as hard and you have that experience, I think also the experience like goes a long way, because if I wind up in a situation playing in a huge tournament, it's just like a normal day for me. It's so comfortable. So now like someone else who hasn't experienced this success and has the same confidence is going to have a different experience that day of trying to get through it. So I think that, well, I'll give you one too.
Yeah.
On this mushroom trip of mine, sometimes it'll be like, do you have any questions? And, I had a question one time. It was maybe the third or fourth time. Most of the time, I'm like, no, I don't have any question. I'm just happy with what you give me. I know that, you're giving me life is giving me what I'm ready for.
Of course.
So then in this one, my question was, why is it that no one can compete against me? And the answer that came back was, because you're not competing.
That's pretty deep. Yeah, I mean, it makes you think.
Yeah, I just sat there and laughed for a while. And, I think all of these small things might add up to something else, where like if I'm just now in that context, if I'm just playing in a game, I'm thinking just my hand, my situation. I'm not thinking about anyone else. But maybe they're thinking about me, like, oh, I've got to get this guy to win this. And now if you have like that type of thought, I'd say that puts you one step below the person who doesn't have that thought. So then few of those small things, if people are one step behind in different aspects, then that's what enables you to shine, I guess. Plus, I mean, I think I've been incredibly fortunate too. It's super important, like deep stages of tournaments, like just getting decent card distributions and not getting, cooler versus cooler. So even if you play well, you have to be fortunate to win the amount that I have. So I'd say like hard work, believing in yourself, and never giving up.
Would those three be your advice to like a lot of young players who look up to you? Because there's a lot who look up to you.
For sure, 100%. Just believe in yourself. Do everything that you possibly can to advance yourself to becoming this person that you want to become, and anything is possible.
And last one, what's been your favorite moment from WSOP so far this summer?
I guess it was really fun getting deep in the 50K game. I played a bit of like mixed games when I was younger, but really haven't played a hand of any of them for years. So just like to come in, to perform well, to play pretty good, I'd say, and making a deep run in that is super fun. So that, and making a run in the 250 was fun too. So fortunate summer.
100%. Well, we'll see you soon in the main event.
For sure.
Pleasure,
brother.